My God, we're live. Hello, everyone. I don't know what's going on. Um, Welcome to the Brac shop. End of week drinks. If you're there, hello, hi. Here we go. Oh my God, looking at the different cameras and coming across very differently. Oh my God, welcome. I see you've already started without me. Maybe I should read the comments to catch up. Oh, maybe not. Yep, I'm here, Doctor. Oh, though I will have to um, 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 dash out for a minute or two. It's never going to stop. More is on the way tonight. Oh. Host the colors, lass. You won't have to go to sea. The sea is coming to you. Oh, I don't know what it's like over in the States at the moment, but it's really sweltering over here in London. It's been a really hot day. Oh, awesome. Have you guys in YouTube land read the comments between you? I think you've all been talking to each other, which is really, really good. Everyone is new in England. No, that's from the west. It's around oh, Red Devon, that area, the west, just under Wales. That's where all the pirates came from. Penzance, the pirates of Penzance. That's where they come from. So hello, Doctor. Hello, She Wolf. Hello, Kelly. Uh, Doctors in the middle of Midwest. There we are. Midwest USA. Not near the sea, unfortunately, by the sounds of it. Can't let my fans know where I live. The Midwest is quite broad, quite broad. Running from the law, more like it. Ha ha ha. Well, sorry for you in Facebook. Come on over to YouTube and check in on the comments. Kelly, I want to let you know that I missed a few things you said last week. I wasn't ignoring you, just wanted you to know I didn't see it until later. That was from She-Wolf to Kelly. Kelly, there's a message from She-Wolf. You probably already read it. Yes, I might be back in a few minutes. Just catching some of tonight's golf highlights. By all means, watch the golf. You can always watch this on replay. Oh, this is really quite interesting. Sorry. I'm just looking at my color. It's really, really. I'm more red on YouTube, or brown, sepia, and I'm very nicely blue on on Facebook. I just pressed something. Something's gone funny on YouTube land, but I'm back. Okay. You don't know. You don't need me here. You're having a great conversation going on over here with yourselves. Well, sorry, anyone who's just. I don't think anyone's lurking, but those in replay land, if you're watching this on replay, don't forget to hashtag replay and do a little comment. Try and get my attention. Oh, what was that, Doctor? I didn't catch that. I didn't. What's that? Sup, Tom, boy? It sounds like you're speaking Chinese. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Where I think this is where I came in. What was a dream come true? There's a lot of police boxes in London. If it starts making a funny noise, do take a few steps back. We're talking about the police box here. Tom, hello. Hi, She-Wolf. Hello. Bric Brac, knock, knock. I'm here. I'm here. Yes. And, there's more. We're just being silly. That's fine. I wasn't here to reprimand you, but it's good. I'm glad you were talking amongst yourselves. How are you tonight, Tom? I hope you had a good week. Okay, what's the next one? I hope that all your Facebook groups subscribe to YouTube. Nothing's really happened, to be honest. I've been slack and everyone else has been slack. I have been so busy. It's crazy and I just don't know what I'm doing. Oh, right. I just like we're all caught up. It's great. Cheers. I hope you've all got a drink. And cheers. Oh, it feels like it's coming down on top of my camera in YouTube land. Yeah, this was such a quick setup. Cheers. Oh, I think that went down the wrong way. It was sort of such a quick setup. I had to come racing in the door and set everything up. And here I am, which is why I was a bit late. Um, I might have to dash out when the washing machine turns off. It's been a really hot day in London. I don't know how the weather's been over in the States, but virtually, I believe it's a heat wave in Finland. It's downpouring with rain in Europe and France, and they've been flooded out. We're now in our really hot weather. It's just like Australia here. It's like almost 30 degrees. The last time I looked at the phone, it was like 27, and I haven't got my phone with me, so I wouldn't be able to do anything on the side. Um, Doctor Who, I think he's cold. He's doing a brrr. But you should be having hot weather because it's summer over in the States as well. So, yeah, it's been really sweltering, and I've got nothing to wear tomorrow, which is why the everything's in the wash. So hopefully it'll be dry in time for work tomorrow. Now that I have to work as well, and I haven't really had time to prepare anything, which is really slack. I've been working on the next episode on YouTube, which was to come out yesterday, but I don't know if I should cut. Give me an idea. Do you like a 10-minute episode or do you like a 20-minute episode? And don't give me the answer that I just thought of. But tell me because I've got an episode coming out. It's all ready to go. I was going to post it today, but I've learned not to post on the same day. Don't put two 20 minutes for sure. You're a real watcher, Doctor Who. Thank you. Um, this is from the doctor. 20 minutes. Okay, well, I might post it as it is. I just feel like 20 minutes is too long. People aren't interested. And oh, getting back to the weather, it's never going to stop raining here. She Wolf in Connecticut, it's raining. It's saying it's raining. Sounds like you're really in Europe because that's been pouring as well. And 30 degrees Celsius, doctor, not Fahrenheit. Oh, yeah, that's very true. No wonder you were saying brrr. No, it's what's that in Fahrenheit? 78, 80 degrees? I don't know. It's been a while since I've done the Fahrenheit thing. Um, so um, well, in that case, if the doctor wants 20 minutes, I might just post it as a day. I think I've added too much into it. I've gone off topic a bit, I think, but I'll post it and you'll get to see what it is. It will come out tomorrow. I just have got to do the finishing touches after this. Most of my days are busy because I'm working now, so I'm just racing around. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I'm really all over the place because the adrenaline's going and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, it's not anything induced. Oh. So, but it's really good to have you here. I've been helping a friend with her show reel, actress, and my she's aware of the Bric shop. So I was helping her with her show reel and doing some filming. And this is I don't know if you're aware of lavalier mics, but one goes to the camera. In this case, it was my phone, or her phone in that case. And the other side is where the microphone goes. Voila. And what happens is, this is some technical bit of filming, which is another reason why I haven't filmed on location for a while. And then you stick the lavalier mic here. You turn them both on, and my camera can be not way down the road, but a little bit further away. And the lavalier will transmit what I'm saying to the camera while I'm filming. And so that helps. It blocks out surrounding sound and it gets mainly what I'm saying. I'm just I'm not using it now because I'm just using the stream, the computer mics really. So I'm just reading the comments. So anyway, I'll get back to that, Doctor. Um, yeah. So and I found out it's just not working, and it was really annoying because Natalie would be talking it, and you wouldn't understand, because it'd be in and out, and and it was really annoying. So I had to see her on the Thursday to do a bit of the help her with the edit, and I had to dub. Fortunately, we filmed it a couple of times at least, so we were able to take the sound from one clip and substitute it for another. So it actually played fantastically. You didn't know it was cutting in and out. And so I have to do a great big shout out for Natalie because she has donated. I say donate, contributed to, I suppose you could say, the Brac shop, because I'm going to use it for filming, a mic. And hopefully it will work, because as in the cutout was in this mic lead and not elsewhere in the mic. So this is a big shout out for Natalie. Thank you very much for contributing to the Brac shop. So I can do more filming. And basically, I think it's going to be more filming on location, which is what I was doing before. Like 3 years ago, I was doing quite a bit of filming on location. But I just got too busy, and mainly I was working on a different sort of YouTube channel back then. It was more like photography and filming. And I've got some interesting things on that. I think I did a lot better filming back then. Mind you, I wasn't producing every week, so the time limit wasn't there. I was also working, but I had more time to do it because they were one-offs. And I did one on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding. I did one on my stopover in Guangzhou in China. And they were the best ones. And I did other little smaller snippets in my trip to Australia. So I did those and put them all together, which was something I found a lot more satisfying and had better content. But now, I don't know. I think I've just lost the plot. But this is a great big shout out to Natalie. Thank you very much for contributing a new mic for my sound system. So thank you very much, Natalie. But getting back to, let's see if someone's in. Oh, no, that's not it. Yeah, just seeing someone's in YouTube land. I don't think they're out. Or if they've come, they've gone. I scared them away. So, Doctor has said, have you ever considered opening up a real bric-a-brac shop, as in bricks and mortar? Yes, but I just don't have the funding to actually do that. And then what would I stock? It takes too much time at the moment. I just haven't got the time for it. Also, I haven't got the fundings. I did try to do an online version. If you've ever looked at the website, in the menu it says the shop. If you go there, it's a very limited shop at the moment because I've got my t-shirts, and this is the Energizer t-shirt, the Chakra Energizer t-shirts, and I've got my manifesting book. And I think there's something else. But originally, when I set the shop up, the online shop, I did have a few things which I was going to sell. And this was all through drop shipping because it was the cheapest way. But then I realized when COVID had hit, most of the things come from China last year. And COVID has upset the whole balance of things as well. Things were coming from China, and the way they do it, what was the word? E-packet. I think their shipping method was e-packet, which was really quick. You'd buy the product, you would get it within a week because it would go through e-packet, and it went with passenger flights. That was their cargo. COVID hit, of course, as you know, no passenger flights anywhere. Any transportation, any deliveries was special cargo flights. And so e-packet went on passenger flights, and so they then started getting held up, and that made them then get diverted to cargo flights, and that was taking like 6 weeks to 3 months. It was really ridiculous time waiting, and I couldn't see people waiting 3 months if they were buying maybe a scooter or a car or something that you want made to order. I could imagine people would wait 3 months, but these days you can go onto Amazon, pay a bit more, and get the same thing. And these days, also because of it, a lot of the Chinese manufacturers are actually going onto eBay and selling at the low price. So you've got more competition from eBay through, well, the Chinese sellers through eBay. And it just was, I didn't think I could make it worth my while. And also, you've got to advertise to get people to come to your shop, which I just didn't have the funding. So otherwise, I was very interested to I would be interested to set up a real bric-a-brac shop, but that is in a location, and when you've got the whole world out there, I'd rather have an online bric-a-brac shop. But again, as I said, you need the funding for it as well. Now, She Wolf says, wear the scarf if you're chilly, Doc. Sorry, that sounds like a private conversation going there. It was 65 yesterday and this morning. So what's that in Celsius? I think it might be quite cool, actually, in Celsius. Now, I've lucky duck, She Wolf says. And quackers, oh, you're having a duck conversation going on there. The crop phone is utting out on, yes, exactly. So and it's really embarrassing when you're actually filming for someone and it's going in and out. So talk to yourselves. I've got to get the washing out. It's only a couple of clothing items from the washing machine. This is my domestics. So talk to yourselves. I could actually do what I could do. I could try and be professional and just do that. I hope. Have you got that up there? Let's see. I don't even know. If you're seeing the sign up, that's fine. Sorry, Facebook. I didn't have time to set it up over there. So excuse me for a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Let's stop the sharing now. Oh, that's a different one. So I'm back. I hope was the sign up or did you just have an empty couch? I know Facebook land you had an empty couch, sorry. Excuse me, I've got the cough. So where were we? Let's have a look. Tom, I liked your pilot episode. Thank you, She Wolf. She Wolf said she liked my pilot episode. I liked it too. I was really proud of it. Thank you for watching it. I'm glad you did. Doctor Who's splashing around. Crikey, he shrunk. She will said that the doctor scared me away, and the doctor says I do have that effect on people. Uh, no, only the new doctors, only the new regenerations. And Kelly, hi Kelly. We don't use clothes dryers here, so we have to put clothes out and hang them on a rack. Oh yeah, clothes dryers. I don't know if I really like clothes dryers, to be honest. And they hang better on a rack, so you don't have to do. You can get away if you can't iron them. That's just to me. Um, and the Doctor Who says a bric-a-brac guy who has dirty laundry. I know I'm only human, unfortunately. What should we make of that? I don't know. Please tell us, Doctor. What do you have in the TARDIS? Do you have a washing machine and a dryer and all that? You probably would. Mind you, your TARDIS is so huge. You probably have you could say a courtyard even with solar paneling to dry the clothes. The US uses tumble dryers. Well, I know a few people in the UK that uses tumble dryers as well, but I've lived in a household that doesn't believe in them. In fact, the last household I mean, it was a great household, but there was no washing machine, so I had to go to the laundromat all the time. I wanted to do the washing. Uh, but I didn't mind. It was a really fun household to live over there, which actually I think was slightly haunted. To be fair, which I can just fill you in as it is the bric-a-brac shop episode, and she will say she's got a dryer now, but didn't for over 10 years. Well, to be perfectly honest, I do prefer hanging the clothes out and letting it dry naturally. I remember when I was in Sydney, I used to live in this block of flats. It was only like 3 stories high, and the clothesline was on the roof. It was great. It was on the roof, and I just go up when I did the washing and just hang everything on the clothesline on the roof, and it was wonderful. It was nice just to get up on the roof in the fresh air and look around. In fact, I saw the first Airbus A380 fly across when they were doing the experimental run around the world, and it was flying over and just promoting the Airbus, the double-decker plane. Yeah, and I remember watching it fly over from the rooftops. But I don't know if many Airbuses actually Emirates still fly their Airbuses, but so many airlines have ditched their large planes because they're just not economical at the moment. Kelly likes to put towels in her dryer. So does She Wolf. And well, there you go. I just hang it on a clothes horse, my washing, after I do the washing. And the doctor's saying the rooftops of London. Oh, what a sight. Yeah, well, my rooftop was in Sydney, Australia. I didn't really have a rooftop. But mind you, there are some quite nice sights in London. It doesn't look like the Victorian idea of terrace houses and pollution and dirt and grime anymore. It's changed. It's come a long way in 150 years, and it just looks different now. It's a lot of council housing estates, if you ask me. I was hoping you looked up and saw a UFO, Tom. No, I didn't. I recognized all my flying objects up there. I've never had the pleasure of seeing a UFO, and then again, it might be exactly an unidentified flying object, which could be a plane I just didn't recognize. Which is what they're sort of like the UFO report from the Pentagon is saying. It's not aliens; it's just something that's unidentified. Oh, and Doctor Who's chimning away there. Yes, it's a different London from Mary Poppins and Oliver Twists and those that sort of London. Actually, I was saying that today. London people have about 4 different ideas of London, especially the tourists when they come to London. They have their ideas of London, and what they expect to see is Tudor London with Henry VIII and his 6 wives. Victorian London with Queen Victoria, and upstairs, downstairs sort of things with the the upper class in the upper dining rooms and the servants in the kitchens cooking, and Jack the Ripper in the East End. And then you have World War II London, like during the Blitz when everything's getting blown up. And that seems to be, and there's, if you want to go back, medieval London as well, but that's more like the Tudor times, like King Henry VIII. And that seems to be the type of London that um, everyone, well, a lot of tourists when they come to London, um, basically think what London is. You miss the old stuff. You've got the TARDIS, just take a time trip back. If only. Um, yeah, but time moves on and people evolve, countries evolve. And this is the thing. Even populations evolve, like and this goes for a lot of other countries as well. Like there could be a particular culture, like London would have been. Sometimes I wonder actually, but we think of London and England being very white colored, populated by white people. But and people feel a bit funny how there's so many different colors and cultures now. But it's an evolution. Things keep changing, and so that's the London of the 21st century, multicultural, and a lot of other countries as well. And it depends if people want to move and populate those sort of countries as well. If you go to Africa and there's no white people there, well, maybe the white people don't want to live there. But you shouldn't put it down. Actually, I twisted something because someone said it the other way around, and it sounded just anti-racial. Not anti-racial. It sounded, what's the word when it's reversed racial? Instead of being racial to colored people, it was racial to, wait there. It's. I hope you know what I mean, because that's sounding totally wrong, and I don't want to get into this conversation to be honest. The doctors also said you were dashing about Portobello Road and had a blast. When? That is a trick question. She-Wolf says you had a dream once that the doctor and I broke into Buckingham Palace so you could wave to the crowd, as in She-Wolf could wave to the crowd. The only problem was that it was in the middle of the night and no one was outside, and you waved anyway. Very interesting. You may have been doing some astral traveling. And it must have been, oh, but you two know each other from way back anyway. Because I was thinking it must have been the last couple of weeks. But as I said, you two know each other. Apparently, Michael Fagan broke into Buckingham Palace. 1982, found his way into the Queen's bedroom and sat at the end of the bed and had I believe he did have a quick chat to him. I can't really be sure, but I think he had a quick chat to the Queen before she called security to take him out. Caddy likes to dream. Um, Sounds like Inception, the film by Christopher Nolan, where you have controlled lucid dreams and you can do things. I was actually telling a friend, because I just watched Inception and said, all right, well, let's have a dream and let's concentrate and let's catch up in the dream and let's go somewhere. And I think we did a test to see. That's right. In the dream, I said, if we meet each other, you tell me something and I'll tell you something. And when we wake up in the morning, we'll repeat it to each other and see if it is the right thing that we said as an experiment. And then we'll know whether we really did catch up with each other or if we actually dreamt of catching up with each other, but we didn't dream of each other at all. So that was the end of it. She-Wolf says, thanks. 202, 2002 and 2003. That was a while ago. Yeah, it reminds me when I was in the States. I think London was quite fun back then. Yeah, and I do want to go to Portobello Road because there is something I actually want to look for, which would be like secondhand, or if not, if it's brand new, it has to be looking really old. Or 2011 as well. 10 years ago. Oh, sorry. That was a long time ago already. The years are going. It'll be gone soon. She-Wolf says, I didn't dream the break-in in a bad way, like the man who broke in. I just wanted to wait. He didn't really break in a bad way either. Apparently, he climbed up the drain pipes and in through the windows. But apparently, he is a fan of the Queen. So I think he was more curious, and I think he was also mentally unstable at the time. So, which is why he spent 3 months in a psychiatric ward. Um, and it was quite interesting that he wasn't charged. He was charged. He was charged. What was he charged with? I was just reading this yesterday, actually. He wasn't charged because he didn't do anything criminally wrong. He did something that was, oh, I can't remember the wording. I didn't think I'd need this today, but he did something that was quite a minor thing. However, they have changed the law now, so it is quite an offence to break in. And what's happened here? Kelly says, I always wanted to make plans to meet someone, say at the pyramids, and see if we can meet up in our dreams. That's cool. Um, Yeah, I think that's good if you're well experienced, but we weren't experienced yet, and we just wanted to see if we could just meet up in the dream, and then after we got used to it, then maybe go astral traveling or dream traveling. We just wanted to see if we could just meet up. But yeah, I believe people can. Oh yeah, people can. This is another thing I wanted to do for the channel because I did come across a lady and I did join her group that does remote viewing. That's what it's called. It's called remote viewing. Now, if you're skeptics, I've lost you now. But apparently that you can develop this remote viewing. And I think it's a bit like astral traveling, where your soul goes off and you actually see what's happening somewhere else. Like I could go to one of your places later on and just see what you're doing at home, really, and then come back. And apparently, there are people that actually, I believe, do that for the police already, and that's it. It is it is the it's to do with telepathy and astral traveling. And apparently, the Russians were onto it, like in the 60s, I believe. And they were experimenting, and that's caused the Americans to do it because they didn't want the Russians or the Soviets at the time to be remote viewing with what the Americans were doing. And so they wanted to be on par to remote view what they were doing. And there is and there is this group that has started that apparently teaches that as well. In fact, there is a guy who was working with the CIA, and he's now left there, and he's quite old, and he has a lot of stories. He's been interviewed a lot on YouTube, and he's done podcasts on all these things that the CIA have been working on and experimenting on. And it just sounds like woo, off with the fairies, all rubbish sort of stuff, but they're actually real stuff that they've done. The like one thing they've done is putting thoughts into people's minds. They do it through microwaves, and they can shoot it into someone's thought patterns, like an intention or to do something, and the person will feel so uncomfortable that he'll have to do it and just go and do it. There was a conference. No, there was an assignment. There was something going on, and there was these agents, and they all knew something that was going on. And basically, to get rid of them, just coincidentally, all of them ended up killing themselves through one reason or another. Some threw themselves out of windows. Some people shot themselves. it was a bit too much to be a coincidence, but the secret agents went around just killing themselves, and there's a theory that they use this microwave ray to put these thoughts into someone's mind that to just to go and kill themselves, and they did that. And this guy knows so much because he was with the CIA, and of course he's now left there. Going back to Kelly, who's meeting up with her friends in the pyramids. She Wolf says, "Yes, I think he was too." Oh, I missed that. All right. I think she was talking about Michael Fagan. He was just breaking into to be friendly. So breaking into mausoleum is a crazy thing too. It's a bit crazy, but I can understand it. You just want to have a look inside, and you think it's a time machine, so you want to go traveling. We all know that one. Out of body experience. Yep, astral traveling, out of body experience. Happened to me once. Kelly's had it. I didn't know what you called it at the time. Mind blowing when it happens. Were you actually to prove that you were out of your body, or was it your imagination? And I say that in a scientific, nice way because lots of things happen, and people have proven it's their imagination. So it's really, and this is what I would really like to work on to make sure that it's the real thing. That it's like reincarnation. How the University of Virginia have done special research into reincarnation and have proven that exists because they've interviewed children who had no way of finding this information of someone's past lives, and have proven that reincarnations exist compared to people, grown-ups, adults that have been taken back through hypnosis. And what they've found is that the adults have fabricated, not intentionally, it's that what they believe, but they've fabricated this past life from things that they've experienced as growing up and as a child. Yeah, so yeah, it'd be really interesting to know. And as I said, if you're up for interviews, I'd be really happy to interview it, interview with it as well. Doctor Strange, says Doctor Who. We cannot allow a remote viewing gap. What do you mean? Sorry, that's missed me. We cannot allow a remote viewing gap. We'll come back to that. Kelly said she fell asleep for a quick nap, saw a mate's house that I had never been to, described what he was doing, what his garden looked like exactly, and a white cat that was staring at him. And it was real. Let me roll down. So you woke up and texted him. The scene I described had just happened exactly to every detail. I would say that is remote viewing. You've got to teach us, Kelly. Is that the only experience with remote viewing, or have you had others? Because yeah, if you're up for it, I'll interview you, and you can tell us all about it. But I would say that's very much like it, because if you've seen something somewhere and you've got in contact and it's exactly the same thing, I would say that that's definitely it. Maybe start working for the CIA. You might get a lot of money for that. Yes, I was talking about, this is She-Wolf saying, yes, I was talking about what you said about the man who broke in top. Oh, thank you very much for clarifying that. Yeah, I think so. Because, yeah, he could have done anything to the Queen while she was asleep in a bedroom. Very, very, very scary. It was just the one time. Well, it's obviously that you can tap into something. So if you could, maybe keep practicing at it. She Wolf likes the idea. She says it's very interesting. Yeah, so we're up to date with all of our comments. That's really good. I'm really glad to hear that. Oh, gotta have a drink. Yeah. So remote viewing is something that's really interesting, and again, I would think it's all got to do with quantum physics. It will explain everything in the future. Kelly says, I think if I could meditate properly, I could do it again. Don't ask me about meditation. I don't know. Meditation is such a wide thing. It's people like have their different concepts of meditation. I think I have mine, but people say you could just like daydreaming seems to be like meditation. You could just sit there and have a rest with some nice music going on, and in a way that's almost like meditation. So yeah, it's yeah, maybe look into it, Kelly. I was actually thinking on my members platform, I was thinking having a membership, a meditation section where there'll be someone that could give you videos or tapes that you could meditate with. Um, because I think meditation gets you into that state where you're, what's the word? You end up getting into that zone where you're here and you're there as well. Like when you're falling asleep and you're sort of like half here and half there. And that's when it can be really bizarre. Like you feel like, oh, someone's just walked past you, but no, it wasn't. It was like you were dreaming. But then again, you don't know whether someone did in your dream or not. But that's sort of like really bizarre. I thought, oh, I thought so and so just came in the door, but I was obviously dreaming that so and so came in the door. Excuse me. Yeah, but I think meditation is something that's a really. I think you just got to find it yourself and center yourself and just relax, because they say you quieten the mind, and with that, it's really literally quietening the mind, because I've learned that with Abraham Hicks. They keep saying do meditation if something's bothering you because you're trying to stop thinking about it. But I find it's really hard to wipe something out of your mind if it's really plaguing you. In fact, what I really like to do is actually go to sleep because I really wipe everything off. And that's another trick to forget things as well, with Abraham Hicks says. She will says, Tom, last week you mentioned yoga and meditation. Do you do either? I don't do yoga. I've got a friend who teaches yoga. He's very good. And I should do it. And I was going to do it during lockdown, but I was just trying to get the platform up and running that I just never had time because I was just constantly on this. And which is a bit of a, I don't know, I felt let down because nothing's really come of it. So I don't really do the yoga. Meditation, I think I do meditate, but not in the same way that everyone expects people to meditate, like sitting in the lotus position and getting all, you know, new agey. I don't think I do that. I do that to an extent, and but it's a bit different, I think, because basically these were little prayers I was taught as a child, which I just do every day. And I think actually for the last few years they've really helped me actually more than ever. But I'm beginning to combine it actually with the idea of meditation, because I do when I do it, if I'm on a program and I do meditate, again, I don't feel like it's meditation. But they'll be playing music and you'll be centering yourself in the zone and sending love out three annoying people or something like that. That's a bit like meditation. And the things at the beginning of that was a bit like meditation. So in a way I do, and in a way I don't. I don't know if I've answered your question, but I don't do meditation in the formal sense that everyone talks about meditation. Kelly says we need to perfect meditation in order for law of attraction to fully work for us. Do you think so? Do you think it's all with meditation as well? I think that's just a another technique. Oh, cheers to that, doctor. Uh, cheers. I just think it's another tech. Did that come up? I just think it's another technique, but a lot of people do use meditation for law of attraction. And maybe you do need meditation to hone in on it to get it right. So I won't actually push that aside. But I do know when I achieved a lot of my meditations, it I don't think I was doing any meditation. I was in the things that I found, I was in a really good, positive, happy. I was going to say neutral, but that could be it. Neutral to positive state. Like, yeah, because like there'll be times when I'll be late at night and be in a good mood, like I just come home from partying and I'll look through magazines and say, oh, I wish I had that. And then I got that. So just little things like that, and I don't think there was any meditation there. And again, what is meditation? Because I have actually chanted things like on the way to work, doing affirmations. I've said things while I walk from home to the train station, which is maybe like a 10-minute walk, and I'll be saying, I have such and such, I have such and such. And weeks later, I've ended up getting such and such. So maybe that saying affirmation in the trance as I'm walking to work could be a form of meditation as well. She Wolf says, your daughter is a yoga instructor. That'd be very interesting. Maybe when I get the platform going, because I was thinking of having a few yoga instructors on the platform, and they can just advertise, or is that the right word? And I see that's the whole thing with the money setup, how people would pay to use it, or if that would be included in a membership or something like that. And that's something I wanted to have a look into, but I never got around to it because I always ended up having to do another episode. And also now I'm even more busy with my jobs I've got. So yeah, I will keep that in mind, and do let me know, because yeah, if she's got a website or something, that'd be really good to see, because I was thinking of maybe having a few yoga instructors, a few fitness instructors, because healthy mind is healthy body. What is it? Healthy mind is a healthy body, or healthy body is a healthy mind. That sort of thing. So maybe a few health instructors, and a few psychics as well, maybe. Kelly was big into yoga when you lived in Rockport. There you go. Why did you stop, Kelly? And so once you've done it, you should be able to get back into it, even just doing it yourself, I thought. The doctor says, I did this back in the 80s. I spent some time in an isolation tank, like from the movie Altered States. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The frat house had a horizontal tank you could rent by the hour. You don't suffer from claustrophobia. Claustrophobia? How was the isolation tank? Did it help? Did it make you feel good? And I didn't know they had them that far back. Was this the sort of tank where you actually floated in the water? Like the water was quite dense, so you could float. Yeah, that's wow. And so, what did you get out of it? Did you come out just feeling really good from it as well? She Wolf says, "Nice, Kelly," and that's interesting, Doctor, from from Kelly. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I don't know if I could do that. And it'll be like, I suppose maybe if it was lit up inside, it would be all right. But just with something coming over and closing me, be like being in a coffin or something, I would think. Yeah, so that's the idea for the membership site. I was thinking of doing that and having the videos on the membership site, but I've got to have followers, lots of followers to be watching it and joining in. But it'd be good to have something like a community, and you can all have your conversations going as well. You can all join in and do that as well. And yeah, because I find the people in the Facebook group are really quite loners. Hello, Facebook group. I see someone's popped in. We're just talking about you. Everyone's on YouTube, but welcome. And do let us know who you are. And we're just talking about, we're just basically really laid back and casual. So nothing really scary, but we've been talking about having a membership site and having yoga instructors, fitness instructors, healthy mind, healthy body, that sort of thing, and even some psychics. And would you be interested in that? Say hello and put a little comment down as well. It'd be good to know your comments. Um, and as I said, everyone's on YouTube, so we're having this whole great big conversation going on here. But I'll report everything as they come up. Um, like She-Wolf has said, I told my daughter about your channel. Hopefully she'll stop in sometime. Oh, I hope so as well. And I hope she likes it. Um, let's see. Kelly says, I had a fabulous, just so tongue-tied. I had a fabulous place that I went for yoga. A Buddhist center. No longer have a place and don't do it at home. No discipline. Was the Buddhist place in London, Kelly? I have a friend that went to was it a Buddhist place or a spiritual place? It's like it's more Indian connected Buddhist, and she went to the one in Los Angeles, which is right near the water. In fact, when I was in LA, she set me. She didn't set me up, but she said, "Meet my friend in LA. Meet my friend from the Buddha Center." And so we were going to catch up, and we were going to meet near the Buddha Center. So I was driving from Glen, no, Silver Lake to be exact. I was driving down from Silver Lake, and the Buddha Center is near the airport, LA International. And as you come down, you if you yeah, that's it. I'm just looking at on the screen. You come down and you turn that way for LA International. But what I normally do, I always do the opposite. So I went the other way and I drove for an hour. And then I saw the sign saying Ontario. Well, I obviously wasn't in Canada, but I was in Ontario, like a suburb, like an hour away from LA International. And I just had to stop and ring her up and say, I've driven the wrong way. Would have to catch up another time. So Natalie's joined us on YouTube. Hi, Natalie. Thank you. I don't know if you saw it. I did say a great big shout out for the microphone. I've tested it. It sounds like it works really well, but I'll have to go on location and film something now. So thank you very, very, very much. Yeah, so I didn't meet up, but I did meet up with her at another time. Apparently, I don't know if you know your old movies. Maybe you guys in the States will. Dorothy Dandridge. She did Carmen Jones, old film, 50s. Very attractive black girl. And she was her niece or grandniece or something. And I thought, oh my God. And this is what my friend reminded me later, like probably like a year ago. And mind you, this was years ago when I met her. I thought, oh, wow, we could have had something a bit more to talk about. Because we met up, we chat, but obviously I wasn't that interested because we never caught up again. But yeah, so Yeah, let me know, Kelly, if that Buddhist center was in London or not. The doctor says floating in salt water at body temperature for sensory deprivation, floating in darkness with no input. Time goes by very fast. You didn't feel scared? Yeah, I think I can imagine. Salt water, yeah, you would really float because it's like people told me with the Dead Sea, there is so much salt in the Dead Sea that uh, you really float in the Dead Sea. In fact, so much salt that nothing lives in the Dead Sea either. Um, Kelly said, "Did you fall asleep, doctor, in the tank?" And Natalie says, "Good evening. Hi, Natalie. Thanks for joining us. You might have been the one in Facebook land. But thanks for coming over because everyone's here. Oh, there's a hello, Natalie from She Wolf. Good evening, Natalie from Kelly, and hello from the doctor. And Natalie's overwhelmed. So you are the Natalie Mike. There we go. A good manifestation, Tom. I don't know if I actually thought about the mic, but I think I did about manifesting a new Lavier set. But if it works, it becomes a new Lavier set. So that does the trick. See, sometimes you may not get what you want when you manifest, but you get what you want, so to speak. A bit different from what you're expecting. So I'll be on location again. Natalie says you needed one. I know I did need one. I actually gave up. I used to film my YouTube videos with a Lavier mic, but it kept cutting in and out that it was more it was more work using the Lavier mic in the edit because I was doing ADR, like putting my putting the sound in, which was so time consuming after a while. So I just ended up using the mic on the phone on the camera, and then I went and bought a Rode directional mic, which is really fantastic. I do all my recording with the directional mic now, indoors, that is. In fact, I need a lot of things, which I was thinking of doing a wish list and putting it up. And if anyone wants to donate to the wish list, they could do that. So I was in the midst of doing it. I wanted to have it done ready for tonight, but I was just too busy, especially getting this latest episode done. And I'm glad the doctor likes 20 minutes. So you're going to get 20 minutes, maybe a bit more. Natalie says you get what you need. Rolling Stones. I believe you get what you believe. If you believe you get what you need, you will. Um, if you believe you'll get more than what you need and what will help you, you'll get that as well. Now, with a mic, we can hear you scream while you film your daredevil stunts. Maybe. Usually, it depends on the stunt because maybe you don't want to hear the scream. It's supposed to look like I'm doing it well in confidence, so you wouldn't want to hear a scream. So I'd edit the scream out. Natalie says, "Good plan." I think that was what I was talking about with the what you want manifested, put it out there and get it. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. Did who remembers our conversation from last week with the lottery ticket, the scratch lottery ticket? I can't remember, but I did say to go out and buy a lottery ticket. Did we all go and buy a scratch lottery ticket or a lottery ticket? Did anybody? Because I was thinking, because I actually went and bought one. I've done this on my YouTube video once with what's that app? Naughty. Random Nautica. Have you all played Random Nautica? It's an app where you put out your intentions, and then it'll send you coordinates, and then you go out, and you should find your intention. Now, a few YouTubers have done it, but uh, I think it's just what they look for, really. Like some people will find death, and it'll give you coordinates, and you go somewhere, and you might find a dead bird or something. There was a really good. I did an episode on that, and I included that. There was an episode. Well, let's look for fairies. Give us the coordinates for fairies, and how do you find fairies? But very interesting. They gave it. They gave these coordinates. So this lady. So they came to this lady's place and had a look around, and um, and apparently, just on the doorstep, there was these what was it? Ceramic garden fairies in the garden, and oh my god! And that was it. They wanted fairies, and it took them to fairies. So I tried that, but nothing really worked. Oh, and I said, take me to the winning jackpot scratch lottery ticket, and so I did. And I went and bought. Well, the plan was a bit funny because, well, you could actually think of it the other way, because I did say, because with the scratch lottery tickets, they're displayed in like a glass box, plastic glass box. And I would say the winning ticket will be in the top right hand slot. And so I went into the shop, and surprisingly, there was no scratch lottery tickets in the top right hand slot. So I bought the ones next to it, and of course, it didn't win. But maybe that's why it didn't win. There was no winning. There was no tickets in the top right hand slot. The doctor says, I saw a video featuring the app creator. She seems to think we live in a matrix. I think we live in a matrix, actually, which I want to do a YouTube video on as well for the channel. I think we do live in something of a simulation, and I want to do more research, because I did see this program where if you look at a game and the glitches that you do have in a game, they're very similar to things that happen in real life. And I've got to do more research because I'm not explaining it properly. But it was sort of like really proving a point that we could be in a simulation. And great, Kelly's gone and bought her lottery ticket. Was that from what we mentioned last week? Kelly's bought a lottery ticket from last night, which you haven't checked, and you will do in the morning. Euro Millions and a Thunderball. Okay. And Natalie says, you know a lot about the Matrix. We're all in a matrix. That's why. Many believe that we are living in a matrix. Even some well-known physicists, Doctor. Yes, Doctor Who knows that as well. I think we sort of are living in a matrix, and it may explain a lot of things. Because if we are in a matrix, who's controlling us? And when we talk about our higher selves, is that who we're talking to outside of the matrix? So if you look at it from another way, if we had a game and we're in the game playing the game and we're inside, we control our character in the game. So are we doing the same thing? Are we all characters here, and our higher selves are actually controlling us? And that's why we have to beg, well, maybe we shouldn't beg, but ask our higher selves to send more money and something like that. And our higher self will put some more money into our simulated environment, into the matrix, and bring some more. Is that how it works, do you think? Kelly says, such a bizarre concept. What about free will? Hard to grasp it, to be honest. It is a bit. That's because we haven't actually fully understood it. That's my impression. Free will, we probably have free will, and that's why our higher selves get annoyed with us. And that's why we get annoyed with ourselves in here. But if we had a game and we take on a character in the game, um, and let's say we have a little bit of AI here, and the character knows what to do sufficiently itself. Like we can put it on automatic, and we can, go to sleep at night, and yet the character in the game would still be operating. It'll know to maybe have a meal at midnight or something, and come back. And that is a bit of a programming for the character in the game. And that, in a way, has given it free will. So, in a way, you've given it a bit of AI, artificial intelligence, on it knows what to do, it knows where to get the food from for the midnight snack. And that is the beginning of free will for it. So you may wake up in the morning and say, my character's gone to the fridge at midnight and had a meal, and I didn't want my character to do that. And already you're getting that conflict between you and your character because of the free will. What do you think? And does that make sense? I've just sort of like quickly thought about that. And the doctor says we live in the Kobayashi Maru. There is no correct resolution. It's a test of character. Are we still talking about characters in a game simulation, or is this back in? Well, what is the Kobayashi Maru? Um, is that like another Matrix simulation? Do tell. She-Wolf says, if we get to be characters, then I want to be the queen. Make sure you're the right queen. I've been doing a lot of research. The next episode on my YouTube channel, have a look at that, queen. Yes, you've got to be careful about what you wish for. And if you do wish something that broad, I'd put more specifications on it. And I don't know, is royalty still popular? No one really cares to be royal anymore because there's so many people that wants a republic these days. Kelly says it does make sense. Oh, what does? My version or the doctor's version or the other things there. Well, that's one sense of thinking, but it's so hard to say because this is just a concept that I'm thinking of, and maybe a few other people will start thinking this way. And before you know it, it is a real live living concept that people start to believe in, which could be something, could be real, it may not be real. Who really knows? Because that's the whole concept on Christianity. Like, well, we came from the Roman gods with all so many different deities, so many different gods, and heaven and hell wasn't the heaven and hell which is similar in Christianity. But then Christianity came along and in a way it simplified everything and said, if you're not good, you're going to hell. And that's where you'll spend eternity burning in fire and brimstone. And if you're good, you go to heaven and everything's nice. It's very simplified. And that's what millions of people, and they still do believe, that happens. And that's for like 1500 years, like when Christianity was really brought in around 500 AD. And maybe it is right. Who am I to say? But I think we are beginning to move on a bit now and thinking that there has to be a bit more, like reincarnation and stuff like that as well. The doctor saying the Kobayashi Maru is a simulation test that can't be won. It tests the character of how to deal with the failure of losing. That's very interesting. I can understand that, but um, that's not the same simulation that we're in, though, is it? Otherwise, we'd all be tested in such a way that we can't seem to win, and just seeing how we're dealing with the losing. But lots of people are winning, I would think, in one way or another. They're finding their perfect partner. Uh, some people do. I think that's like winning the lottery, finding the perfect partner. Uh, um, there's also other things that people have managed to get and they're happy with. So I don't know, but is this and is the Kobayashi Maru a Japanese uh, train of thought here as well? Um, my version, Tom. Oh, thank you. My version makes sense. Kelly is saying, and Natalie. Oh, it's in Star Trek. Really? The Kobayashi Maru. That's interesting. I won't knock it because I think probably a lot of things from Star Trek is taken from like conversations like what we're having and adapted. And but I don't know. Personally, with Star Trek, it doesn't get me all the way. I think it's very humanoid influence Star Trek, to be honest. It's made in Hollywood. Um, all the aliens are humanoid, majority of them. Um, and so, yeah, and you also got, I really feel you got to think out of the box with things like that. But I won't say no to the Kobayashi Maru because it's obviously based on something that the writers were researching. And I think there's probably more to it as well. And yeah, a lot of this simulation can be a bit of a test, but then that could be something that we're programming ourselves with as well. It's a bit like that is a very good question because the test, it's like how partners, like the wife will think, oh, is it a test? Well, in a way, it's a test. Yes, it is a test. The wife will think, oh, the husband, he's coming home late all the time. He's having an affair when he may not be having an affair. But um, the doctors said they all speak English. Not if you're watching I'm sure not if you're watching a Star Trek in France where they've dubbed everybody. But yes, they do speak English, and I don't know. Have they given a reason why everyone speaks English? I know your doctor. You have this special thing that translates everything for everyone that you're with. So that's how you understand everybody. But doing the test is a good thing because, and I believe it that the wife thinks her husband's having an affair. He's not having an affair, but she'll hag him all the time. So why are you late? You are having an affair. No, I'm not having an affair. Yes, you are. And then he'll do something and say, What is this? Why did you buy this?" And he might say, "Well, I bought it for you, or I bought it because a friend asked me to buy it for his wife or something." And so, see, you're really having an affair. You're just making up excuses. And she'll push him so much, test him to see if he's having an affair, or maybe question him with things so much that he gets so sick of her questioning and testing him that he ends up having an affair because he wants to get away from her and just to enjoy good times again. And so sometimes it is a test, and you can really stuff things up by pushing it too far. And I know I've done that with different other concepts as well. Kelly has said, for the Londoners, International Space Station will be flying over in 15 minutes or so. Kelly, I believe you're in London. So is Natalie. Natalie's a bit further out, I believe. Is it a clear sky? I'm not going to race out. You guys, by all means, go and watch it. But if it's not a clear sky, you won't see it. But it's actually really fascinating to watch the International Space Station fly over. It takes 90 minutes for it to do a full circle. And I have seen the International Space Station twice. The doctor says, quick shot, a laser at it. Oh, quick, shoot a laser at it. Why? I think the doctor's being funny here. Why don't you just get your TARDIS and fly up there? Yeah. So yeah, by all means, if you want to have a quick look, I'm always got overcast skies here, so I'm not going to bother. And I've got a broadcast going on, so I'm not. It's clear, and I can look out my bedroom. My windows are dirty. I can't see anything. But I have seen the International Space Station before. It's very quick. It comes up, and you do what you just go over. It's incredible. This star that just comes up and goes over, and then we sort of like caught it as it was because it's going around in a sort of a loop. We saw it just on the other angle going up an hour and a half later around, and of course the next hour and a half it was too low, so we couldn't see it. But yeah, it's really quite a thing. We were actually on a film set, and it was actually we were at Shepperton Studios on the back lot, so wide open space, quite dark, and we were filming apart from the studio lights. And I can't remember who it was. It wasn't the cameraman. Maybe it might have been the DOP, the director of photography. Maybe he was there and he was saying, "Oh, we've got the International Space Station coming up," and he told us it will be coming up in about 5 minutes. And we're all looking, and there it was coming up and going over. Fantastic. Um, oh, I thought there was more messages, but it's still Kelly that can see it from her bedroom. Yeah. So let us know when it comes over, so you guys can go and watch it. I don't think it's visible for the people in the States because you'll be at different locations, so it'll be a different angle. So I don't think you could. Um, so what? Why did we say to buy a scratch lottery ticket? Because I was thinking, I just thought, oh, I got to buy a scratch lottery ticket because that's what I said. Um, I was thinking I would scratch this on camera. There's 4 of us here, and it's only fair to give it to those who attended. If we get 75 million pounds, 5 top prizes of £1 million. Um, let's say if I scratch it and it wins over if it wins over £1,000, we'll split it 5 ways. How about that? So this way I have all your energy coming in on this in real time. Or maybe we should wait for the space station to go over because Kelly's going to be distracted. Let's have a look. Doctor Who's is not yet. Oh. And Natalie says, ooh, what's the not yet, Doctor, for the space station or for scratching the scratch lottery ticket? You can have my share. There's 75 million pounds. Do you want us to have your fifth of that? It's a lot of money if it wins. And I was thinking if we all concentrate, put the intention out there, not too hard though. Don't not too hard, that's what I've learned. What do you think? No, not £1,000. You've got to aim for the £75 million, Kelly. If we scratch 1,000, it's your fault. Oh, it's the space station. Is it coming over yet? The doctor's asking. Is the space station coming? Kelly, can you give us an update on the space station? I heard someone screaming out there, thinking maybe they were looking for the space station. And also, which direction is it coming? Is it coming from north to south? Northwest to southeast? How much is that in dollars? It's a lot more. So 75 million would be 100 million? $100 million? So that would mean we would get 20 million each. $20 million each. Something like that, if I've got it right. Yeah. So I said anything over 1,000. That's right. I said anything over 1,000. So don't just put it out there for 1,000. The idea is to put it out there for the 75 million pounds cash. And so if we don't get that, maybe we get the maybe there's something in there for 50 million. Who knows? I'll settle for a few thousand quid. You can keep the rest. I just want a plane ticket and a hotel for a month. Okay. Okay, I want my share then. I'm glad you're in. Okay, so anyway, Kelly, I was just wondering if the space station has gone over, because let's wait for the space station to go over. Have you seen the space station yet? And then maybe I'll scratch it, or maybe I'll start scratching it now. Who knows? Cheers. Oh. So where are you going to take the plane ticket to, Doctor? Why don't you just get in your TARDIS? Do we need to do the intention before you buy the ticket? I've got the ticket. Or are we going to change the text on that actual ticket? What text? Do you want more than 75 million? I only bought this because it looked right, and then I realized, oh, the 75 million. That's nice, because it was just in the right spot. Kelly says not yet, but I see a lot of people on their balconies looking as well. Natalie, have you got the window there? Oh, you're coming over to London. Be good to see you, Doctor. And the figures. Sorry, I got lost there. Yes, please come and visit, Doctor. And London would never be the same, Doctor. But you know what, Doctor? If you come over, She-Wolf has to come over as well, because She-Wolf will be the only one not here. Because I mean, this would be a good excuse to all catch up in the same place. The numbers on the scratch card under the silver. What do you mean? Do we have to change the numbers? We just have to put the intentions out, and it will work. In fact, this is a bit like quantum physics already. This is, what do they call it? It's superpositioning. Oh, I'm really hopeless. I think it's called superpositioning, where you don't know what the outcome is, obviously, but the outcome is actually there. And it can win and it cannot win. And so if you put it out there with more positive energy onto it, it might win. Don't ask me how the numbers would change or anything like that. Oh, yeah. The numbers for the scratch card under the silver. Yep, we've had that. As She-Wolf says, a she-wolf in London. Imagine that. Yes. Sounds like a film. And a song. God help us. Thank you. Yes. So, well, I think we're almost tuned into this. So let's put it out there. Oh, I've lost two people. Where you all from? Ah, should I do the honors or do you want to comment? Um, She Wolf is from Connecticut. Doctor is from Midwest, and Kelly is from London. I think it was the Docklands, if I've got that right. She Wolf says, lots of love, Doc. Different question, but I think we all from. Yep, done that. So I think that's where everyone is from. So put it out there. Let's have this to change our lives. Just the five of us, because there's been five here watching, and I'll start scratching. I suppose there's. I'm gonna scratch on my board here, because I was actually scratching on my random Nautica video. I was actually scratching it on camera. I suppose I could do this. Mind you, I don't even know how this works. Over 75 million pounds in cash prizes to be won. Yeah. The winning numbers, X2 bonus numbers, X5 bonus numbers. I think I should have done my homework and read how to do this. Okay, so let's see. Match any of the winning numbers to any of the numbers with the prize. So these are the numbers I've got to match down here. Match either the bonus numbers to any of your numbers to multiply the prizes by your multiple shown. Oh, okay. Oh, the bonus numbers. Okay. So the bonus numbers on the side, that will multiply our prizes. So I'll scratch the winning numbers. How's the space station going? What's that? Laugh out loud. What about? Sorry, this is so exciting. Hopefully the number isn't. I don't mind if it's 666 as long as it wins. It looks complicated. It's like anything. Once you know, it's not complicated. It's like quantum physics, ghosts, manifestations. Once you know how it works, it's simple. It's just getting to know how it works. Can we see it there? Let's have a look. Okay. Oh. So I don't know if you can. Oh, where? I don't. Oh. I don't know if you can. There we go. Read that. There we go. You can take a mental note of that. Can we have a drum roll as he scratches? That's a message from Kelly. I'm setting a good luck intention from Kelly. Thanks. Oh, sorry. She-Wolf said she wants a drum roll. Okay. So there we are. Put your intentions out of winning. So we had there's 46, 26. I'm sorry, Facebook. I'm really ignoring you because there's no watchers. Come and watch the replay on YouTube. There's also 54, 34, and 3. And just for the Facebook replay people, So I'll start scratching. So let's see if these numbers come up. I think that's how it works. How's the space station going, Kelly? Okay. Oh, actually, I've got personal data there. There we go. That's a bit better. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look. We have 18. 18. 18. There is 32. Ooh. I'm just reading. I'm reversing the polarity of the neutron flow. Thank you, Doctor. We need all your help. In all seriousness, good luck, Tom. Thanks. Okay. So we've got 51. Not yet. It's probably not as simple as we thought it was, but we saved the best for last, don't we? Oh, what was that? 28. YouTube land. So we're coming to the end of the first line, and it's 22. So nothing there. There've been some good prizes, like there was like £5,000. That's probably the best one to look for. So if it's over 1,000, we can really split it. Otherwise, I don't know if it's worth it. We've got 7, which is not up there. We have 8. God, how many numbers are there? Because we only want 5 winning numbers. We've got 33, one off from 34. I hope you're putting your intentions out there. We have 48, 46. I was in Canada and I bought one of these and I thought, oh, I'll just scratch it. And, I got to the bottom one and all the numbers were coming up. I could not believe it. And there was just one more. And I had all the numbers. And these were like quite a lot of numbers. It were like 10 numbers. They all came up except for one. And I just didn't win. It was really frustrating. 23. So none of those numbers. That's the second line. Don't forget we're saving the best for last. So we've got 52. 24. 42. 36. 11. Yeah, they're all pretty high numbers, really, that we've got for our winning numbers. None in the tens. We've got 9. 55, which is one off from 54. We have 15, which actually has the prize of £1 million. Then we have 12. We've got 43. Almost forgot what the winning numbers are, actually. You're all having a quick chat. Good luck from She Wolf. And to you, I meant to say, I got the idea. Thank you. Be right back. I'm in desperate need of a coffee. Coffee comes before. I was thinking of the space station and the winning numbers. But we're losing the intention, aren't we? Bring back two, Doc. Bring back two, Doc. Oh, coffees, yes. Did you want to go get a coffee or something? I don't know. We've actually been on for about an hour and 45 minutes. I think we should be finishing soon. Make mine a red wine, Doc. What are you having, Natalie? It's Doc's round. Well, let him do that when he gets here. Is he in one of the green light countries? Don't know if people can travel or not anymore. How's the space station going, Kelly? Has it passed by? Cheers. Here we go with 39. Fortunately, the winning number ain't there. Wow. 41. We've got 4, which is 1 off from 3. Got a lot of those at the moment happening. So maybe we'll use our stats and the probability, and we'll get one right on the winning number soon. We got 38. Ooh. Well, we got 34. Well, at least I got the money back. 34, 34, and it's £5. If you can see that, £5. Oh, £5. YouTube land. If you can see that, we've won £5. So I got my money back. Oh, Natalie, the doctor's back, I think, with our drinks. Natalie wants a Jack Daniels on ice, please. Oh. Honey Jack on ice. Oh, we're getting into the good stuff here. Tom, you're a winner. Yeah, I am. Well, I got the money back. That's something. She-Wolf says it's the doc's fault that I lost my concentration. I'm a caffeine addict. Oh well, I live off coffee actually. And the doctor is back. Oh, I've lost my place. So what sort of coffee do you drink, doctor? Sugar, milk, filtered, espresso. Let's have a look here. Sending good vibes, Tom. Thanks, She-Wolf. Yeah, we need the big one. All of us do. The kettle's on the boil. Oh, I thought you've made it already. Okay. Kettle's on the boil. Go ahead, you didn't lose. Yes, so am I. I'm glad you got the money back. Yeah, but we've got to concentrate and get some winnings for all of us. I am a winner. You're good. So put it out there, Nat, and we'll all get something. Okay, continuing on. What's that one? Just can't read it. Remember your I ams. Oh, yes, I am a winner. We are all winners here. So, and that is the taste. Be grateful for little things and they get bigger. Unfortunately, instant coffee with a splash of cream. Oh, cream. I haven't had cream in coffee for a long while. Very decadent. I drink instant coffee all the time, so there's nothing wrong with instant coffee. I do like the cream though. Okay, let's continue on for the winning number 49. It's not there, unfortunately, but let's keep going. We have 6, but that's not there either. So we have so many numbers that aren't there. The winning number should be coming up very soon. 17. 26. Unfortunately, it's not at the top. It's 28. That's okay. We'll saving the best for last. 25. Okay, this is the last row. This is it. We have 13. We have 1. 16, and it's getting exciting now. We've got 2 left to go. 19. And the lucky last, the winning number and prize. Almost. The prize was £1,000,000. The number was 56. The closest winning number up here was 54. So unfortunately, it was £5 that we've won. Now I can times it by the bonus numbers that we have just on the side there. So I'm scratching X2. And don't know what it says. That's 29. Oh, that's the wrong one anyway. Oh, it times it by how many times we've scratched it. And 37. So there's 29 and 37. So none of the numbers. So it was a free ticket, you could say, because I got my money back. Thank you. And it was a bit of fun. And what did we say about buying tickets for? So anyway, I hope was it Kelly that bought your tickets? Hope good luck, Kelly, and good luck, Kelly, and I hope you win something. I intention that you win something. So where are we with the comments? Uh, remember my I ams instant coffee with cream, and instant coffee is completely socially acceptable here, Doctor. It's nice to know we're all instant coffee drinkers. Some of us are coffee snobs. I've met people say, "Oh, how can you drink instant coffee?" Oh, yes, being grateful makes a big difference. Better luck next time. Thank you, She Wolf. I know, but I'm really grateful that I got my money back because I did say let's buy a lottery ticket. So I thought we should buy a lottery ticket. I should buy a lottery ticket. Give it here. Good, glad to hear it, Kelly. Oh, that must be about the instant coffee drinking. Yes. Oh, too bad. Oh, that's all right. At least I got my money back, and it would have been nice if we hit a big one because you've been so good on the channel. It would be really nice to split it because you've been so supportive and what's the word? Following that it would have been nice to page you back with something really. Blast, no, this time. Was that about the scratch rock trick? Yeah, I know. Um, you not blast, not this time. Yes, not this time. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Kelly. I was so scared you're all getting bored because there was just so many to scratch off, and nothing was happening. I bought the lottery on the app. Oh yes. In the UK, we've got the national lottery website. I don't know about the app. I do know about the website, and I buy my ticket when I feel like it on the website. Kelly says, if I win, I will share. Absolutely. That's if you want to, because I didn't mean to pull you into this, but thank you. I'll leave that up to you when you do win. Um, yes, it was Kelly. Oh, I think I lost it there. So I hope you win, Kelly. We're all putting it out there for you because there's a lot of lucky people around. Well, that was it. So yeah, look forward to hear how you go, Kelly. I wish you. Well, I wish you. I hope you do win something anyway. So yeah, so that was it. Anyone else have anything to say? Because Doctor's going to get his coffee. Has the space station gone over yet? Kelly. And I think that's about it, really. I have the new episode is coming out tomorrow on the YouTube channel. I hope I haven't spoken too much. It was just getting really, I just wasn't working fast enough on it. There was too much stuff, and I was all over the place. So I apologize for that. But I did a lot of editing to make my words sound understandable, and I couldn't make it as visual as I'd like to. But see how you go anyway. And yeah, see how we go anyway. And what else was there? I think there was something else. I can't remember. Yeah. Well, anyway, I know this week for me is going to be busy. Um, and I've got a lot of training to do with my other jobs, which is a lot. And but hopefully it'll all work out in the long run. Everything works out in the long run. Um, the doctor says, "What's the topic for tomorrow's video?" I'll let you wait and see it. I did give a hint earlier on with what someone wanted. So I'll come out tomorrow. I'll let you have a look. In fact, I've got to finish the stuff before it goes out. So yeah, you'll get it tomorrow. It has to because I'm running behind yet again with my videos, and I think YouTube doesn't like me that much. So I've just got to do it. I think that's about it. So anyone got anything else to say? Oh, um, all that editing. Yeah, there was a bit of editing. It's only because I film very badly and I am saved by the editing. Otherwise, it would be a lot easier. But then again, I don't have any assistants to help me, which is really annoying. And if I did, I'd have to push up my game a bit here. Kelly says we will go get a shop. What? My eyes have gone after all that scratching. We will get a shop so we all have a place for work, somewhere to spend our day writing, filming, and selling haunted dolls. Cool. Do you know about selling haunted dolls? Depends on what sort of haunted dolls they are. I don't know. Then again, it's probably from watching all these YouTubers and they say haunted dolls, they're really bad, they're really mean, you shouldn't play with them. And I tend to agree. And I don't know how I would feel with a haunted doll, to be honest. But uh, yeah, I wouldn't really want to go there. But I'm sure there are some nice, basically, dolls, as what we're referring to, would be vessels where a soul or a spirit has decided to stay or go to or get stuck there. That's what I would think. And sometimes they mean no harm, and sometimes they're just frustrated, and so they cause problems. That's what I think. Oh, where are we? Yes, but if you all want to chip in and get a shop, uh, if you get a virtual shop, an online shop, well, everyone can operate it. Shewell says, I saw you video on Annabelle. I want to visit the museum where she's located. It's not that far from me. Oh yes, please do. It'd be nice. Is the Ed and Warren? Ed and Lorraine Warren. Is the museum actually open normally, or is it a is it only by special invite? I've seen a few YouTube episodes on the museum, and I get the feeling unless you make a proper appointment, it's actually closed. So if you can fill us in on that, that would be great. Um, and maybe we could do a special what's the word? Live telecast where you can hold the camera and it gets uh, displayed on the YouTube channel for me. You can be the rep for the Brac shop while we have a look. But yeah, that to be honest, I don't know about that museum. I feel a bit scared with some of the things that they say they've found, and and a lot of it's all under copyright to Warner Brothers now because they own the rights to the museum and all the stories. So they're not really at liberty to talk about things unless it gets okayed with Warner Brothers. I think that's the studio they've signed up to. So it'd be interesting. And also, I'm I always like to look at things from the other side, and sometimes I think, well, are they really that evil, like Annabelle? Because they've really made Annabelle to be really mean and evil, and I just wonder if maybe there've been some misinterpretations, and it's made a lot of money, a lot of attention, and they'll keep Annabelle in a glass cabinet because it brings the money in. Or am I just being stupid and mean, or mean? Uh, yes. Yeah, so that would be really interesting. And you are a lot closer to all those places being in the States, like Key West, where Robert the Doll is. What's the topic for tomorrow's video? Oh, have I seen that one already? It'll come out tomorrow. All right, I'll wait. Thank you. And lovely to meet you all. Oh, I think Natalie's gone. If you need a camera lady, let me know. Camera lady, okay. If that was for me, all right, I'll keep that in mind. And yeah, possibility, but it makes my crew bigger and has to. I don't know. I was doing a lot a few years ago, and everything's really got to really toned down, especially with COVID. But I will keep that in mind. Join us again next week, Natalie. Oh, you're in, Natalie. Um, Thanks, Natalie. Same back to you. That was from Kelly, and maybe Robert would visit from Key West. I don't know if he can visit. maybe in spirit, and that's only hopefully with the good intentions as well. Because Robert, I've done a video on him. He's a bit particular these days. I mean, he was really good when he had his original owner with him, Gene. But uh, I don't know. Like, you really got to be respectful for Robert when you go to visit him. Like, ask his permission if you want to take pictures and stuff like that, because he can be really angry and cause you to have bad luck and stuff like that if you just take pictures of him. It's really quite interesting. There was a few YouTube videos done on him and doing with particular little tricks on him as well. And it's just, I didn't get to watch those, unfortunately. So I really wonder how they went uh, filming him as well. Kelly says maybe Robert would visit from Key West. I don't think they let him out of the museum anymore. Although he has, apparently they said he has been walking around the museum. Natalie says, did you like the Perfect Picture short film? I think She-Wolf said she did, if I read that right. Or maybe She-Wolf just said she watched it. So Natalie says, how did you all enjoy Perfect Picture, the short film, which was the pilot episode for Bric. Natalie said it's cool. Kelly says, I agree, Natalie. Very cool short film. Thanks, Kelly. And Doctor Who, it's to prevent touching the haunted objects. What's that? The being in stuck in the museum, possibly. But that's with any object. If you touch it too much, it does tend to fall apart. She-Wolf's like the Perfect Picture as well. Thank you. And Doctor Who says most of the ghost hunters have visited Robert. Yes, I have heard. In fact, I was thinking of I have actually had a strong feeling of wanting to visit Robert more than Annabelle, actually, because it'd be really quite. And you can actually stay where Robert used to live because he was owned by Eugene, and he had a house, and he grew up in this house, and he was an artist, and he had the house. He moved back into the house, the family home. So the doll Robert's been there for decades, and that house is actually now a B&B, a guest house. And I was thinking, oh, it'd be great to actually go there, stay in the house where Robert and Jean used to live, and then go and visit Robert, just further up the road, so to speak, in Key West. She-Wolf has said, Doc, the way I see it is if the doll can really move, then she'd move the glass out of her way. But that's just me. Are we talking about Annabelle? Apparently, she probably could, but apparently I've heard that Ed is Ed still alive? Or did he pass away first? No. Actually, I think Ed is still alive. Anyway, one of them. They said that they bring in a priest at least once a month to keep blessing the glass cabinet and Annabelle. So to protect. What's the name of the spell? There is a spell that they say, like a holding spell or something, so they can't actually move the glass and get out. Callie says, does anyone else lose the chat for a minute or so at a time? My Wi-Fi is strong, but I'm having issues tonight. Weird. I hope there's no paranormal stuff interfering here. My Wi-Fi seems to be all right tonight for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's the heat. But I do notice the count that a few people do drop in and out. Like there's only 3 people watching at the moment, so someone's left us. Or maybe the doctor's gone to get his coffee. Oh no, doctor says If they make a haunted doll for me, I plan on picking the glass case lock. I get lost, Doctor. I'm sorry. If they make a haunted doll for you, but if they made it for you, it wouldn't actually be in the glass case because they would give it to you and you could do anything you want with it. Wouldn't that be right? Um, Kelly says I was able to type that, but can't hear Tom. Oh, I'm sorry. My screen is just circling, whatever that's called. Oh, yes, that little thing in the middle. Yes, you have a Wi-Fi connection dropout. So, so that could be the problem. Which broadband are you with, Kelly? Because I do notice and this has happened not very often, but occasionally, like around midnight. This is the witching hour. Um, I think last time was around 1 o'clock. My Wi-Fi would go off, and I think it was the company. They would be working on it or something, so the Wi-Fi would go off or go off for a while and come back on. And that happened like 2 nights in a row, which was really, really annoying. Natalie says no, all good here, Wi-Fi wise. Might be just you, Kelly. So weird. Yeah, and around midnight, but I think you've been having that before. So weird that I can't send messages, but not hearing a thing. Oh, but I just got your message now. So you were able to send a comment, if that's what you meant. She will says, Doc, you already had a haunted doll when you were a kid. Do tell. Where is it now? Kelly's back. And yeah, and he didn't last very long. Why? What did you do to him? Um, I have two here in my flat. I'm on Virgin right now. Oh, I'm on Talk Talk. Talk Talk's supposed to have all the problems. Mind you, my phone's with Virgin. Yeah. Well, at least you're back. And do tell us more about your haunted doll, Doctor. In fact, maybe I could do an interview with you and you can tell us about your haunted doll. Or if you don't want to go as a doctor, you can come on maybe as someone else, your real self, maybe. Um, and we could do that. That's if you're up for it. But that's the end of the comments. Or maybe everyone's dropped out. Haha, Doc, she will says. So, oh, excuse me. After all, it is midnight in the UK. I know it's only about 7 o'clock in Connecticut and 6 o'clock in the west coast, in the mid coast, midwest. The doc says, "I would be happy to tell you all about them." Well, if you're interested, get in touch. Uh, the website. Oh, you've emailed me before. Yeah, get in touch. Let me know, and we could do an interview about you and your haunted doll. That would be really good. I need some more interviews. I've been a bit slack in chasing them up, so that would be good. So just drop me an email with that. That would be really good. So we've been on for about 2 hours actually. So and you in the States, you probably want to get ready for dinner. And it's Saturday night. What are you? Where are you with lockdown? Are you allowed out? Um, oh, Natalie wants an interview, Doctor. So at least you've got a fan wanting to hear about your haunted doll. Um, so yeah, so I don't know if you're allowed out, but Monday, UK goes normal again, and our cases are just as high as when it was in January this year, which forced everyone to be in lockdown. It's interesting to see what will happen, and how we think about the lockdown at the beginning of the year. So that's about it. It was really good to talk to you all again, and um, and Natalie for joining us for the first time. Thank you. It's Freedom Day on Monday, Kelly says. I don't know. It already feels like it's freedom. Everyone's doing everything. I mean, Last weekend in Leicester Square, it was crowded with all the footballers. We had the Euro football match over here, for those in the States who don't know. And today it was busy, people everywhere. So life's really gone back to normal. A lot of people still wearing, half the people wearing masks, and but people are still getting sick. The doctor says he's having his second shot in a few days. Ouch. Well, I hope it's an easy one for you as well. Oh, excuse me. That's just what they're calling it. Freedom Day. Okay. I've never heard that from anyone else so far. So, I have a friend who actually said that when we first went into lockdown the first time, she said, "Shall we have a like a VE Day, like Victory in Europe Day, when they announced that the war was over and everyone was celebrating and having parties?" She was saying, "Shall we do that when it's the end of COVID?" But it's not really the same thing because everything's been lifting off very quietly. And I suppose this is going to be the equivalent. And I was going to mention, are we going to have a victory over COVID day? But I haven't got around to it. And also, this is the second week of actually having COVID. So it's not really, I don't think she'd have a party just yet anyway. So hopefully she's getting better, but she's been sick for the last 2 weeks. So I don't know if it's a flatmate thinking I'm being too loud talking. So maybe someone's just come home. So that's about it, I think. So I'm going to let you go. I really appreciate you all coming and joining. And till next week, stay well and happy. I have the, hopefully, I'll be able to fix everything up. So it will come out tomorrow. And NN Tom? What's that, Natalie? I don't understand. NN Tom. Um, nice seeing you all again. Oh, night night, Tom. Sorry. Got it. So, yeah, that's a wrap, definitely, from the doctor. And I'll see you all next week. Stay well and happy. And that's it for tonight's broadcast. It's been really good yet again. And I'll see you next week. Just, of course, stay, yeah, be on the lookout of what time I televise the next episode. Okay, and I think I might make YouTube the live platform. We'll see how we go. Okay, until then, stay well and happy, and have a good week. Bye.